Hey, fixed it. Right, so. Oh, here we go. What's up? Regardless, you're not fucking leaving, mate. Like, you're in for the long haul. Why didn't that stuff get moved? Oh. Right, so we now have, ta-da, the bank. Senior, you'll be happy with this now. They're starting to take shape. So we have our Doom box still. Where'd the drums go? Utilities. So on each of the tabs, there is a bit of information explaining what each tab is for. And at some point, I'll put in the value of what things are. So it's got all the cooking stuff, so feasts and all that sort of stuff. That'll go into each of the tabs. We might actually move them. Not yet. Utilities. So there's the flasks, and then there's the engineering and the drums. Combat potions, one of which is when dead, will revive you. Not revive you, it'll cause damage. We've got our enchants, which is normal enchants, leg enchants for tailoring, leatherworking, and our gems that we're going to need. Temp enchants, which covers the likes of the runics. Actually, that one there. I want to take that out. Because that goes into that one. Save that. Save that. I'm probably going to take the feasts out of here. And they'll go into the raid items as well. So yeah, bank's all organised. So it's got nice labels explaining what goes where to make it a bit easier. And we've got our reagents tab, which is our assorted reagents. All nicely stacked. Neat. And then the doom box of things that get thrown in there. But yeah, it's coming along. Stuff for Omega A disenchant. The armor kits, I still need to sort them out. I think we probably went a bit over the top, Matty, with the armor kits. I think we've got a bit too many of the one type. Yeah. We might sell off some of the ones that's in there in order to get the higher quality ones in eventually. And at some point, I need to do the quest chain because I see that there's some bits that I can pick up I'm not bothered with. I am making my way out to the raid. Okay. Yeah. Long road for a shortcut here. Ah, just... When we start pulling it, it should. Round the arse of the raid rather than at the fucking front just now. Is this one? I've just got a summon, and I'm about to fucking arrive. Oh, cheers. What was that, Matt? Oh, right, okay. Yeah. Not off the top of my head. Just might right. Let me make sure we're on the right difficulty. Config. There's been an update done to the need greed thing as well. I don't know what the update is. I think so, as long as you don't take the update for the config. So you need to run the companion, and whenever you go in to look at it, if it's got any updates, just make sure that the companion app has got the right folders selected. So to bring mine up, so you need to make sure it's the right BattleNet ID and everything that it's using, and in the settings you need to tell it where the target location is, and then it'll fetch updates. Maybe need to reload your UI first. Right. Engineer, can you jump in the raid? We can get a summoning portal opened up. I need to find a better place for this fucking box. Right, if you come and do a summoning portal. Can somebody help summon Daddy Lord? So you need to let them know. Right, let's start getting folk out. If you want to mute the stream, you can. I'm going to unmute Discord so that we can get things underway. Right, who do we have? Who's signed up? Who's not signed up? Who's here? Who's not here? So out of date meat's not on yet. Last couple to get summoned out. Right then. Patchwork, patchwork, patchwork. Gibby, you'll need to leave your current group to be invited. Right. I gotta love how people look turn around and go, oh, the item level you need is such and such. No, it's not. We didn't set one. Yeah. Yeah. Look, I'm just going to fucking spam this for the next 2 minutes. Look, do you think that they might get the hint? Look, fucking hell. And you wonder why people refer to LFR as looking for retards, because it's the only thing they can join. Right, Matty, you need to accept your summon, and we're going to get underway in a second. So, right, so nominal row, once your name's called out, confirm that you've done your drop optimizer, and also that you are here. So, Elthador. Cool, drum down to Castle Black. Bragg. Zinir. Dadalord. Omega. Gibby. Matty. Is Matty AFK'd? Have you done your drop optimizer? Cool. We'll get you some in a second. Move yourself down to Castle Black. Rib. Ribber. You done your drop optimizer as well? Okay, as soon as it's done, just post it in the channel, then Brad can import it. Move yourself down. And finally, Nog. Cool, and if you come down with us, because everybody's done, and you can start doing your announcements and pre-raid checks and call out who's missing what things. Has it not done it again? Do you know what it is? It's because your rank isn't... There we go. And I'll move down as well. Elthador, you need to move yourself down to Castle Black. Right then. Slightly less numbers tonight, but we've got a nice round number in terms of healers and tanks and DPS. So what this is doing is it's checking who's got what things. So Nog's running through systematic checks to see who's got what DBM, GTFO, and so on and so forth. It means then that we have everyone on the same version of everything before we start, and the most up-to-date information. Who's it's missing it? Matt, you might want to check your talents. It looks like you might not have done all your talents. Right then. So, as the same as last night, we have not done any prep work for what we're doing tonight, other than the fact that we're all here, and I fixed Discord. So you can now use push to talk in this channel. You only need to set your push to talk key if you're not already done so. The raid, if you look at your maps, you'll see that the raid splits into 3 different corridors. One that goes off to the left, which I know will take us towards the the council fight, because if you click it, it shows the path it goes towards it. And then you've got one that goes up, which I'm going to make the assumption takes us towards the cold one. And that would mean that the other one's down to the right, potentially. So we'll take the right-hand corridor and see where it takes us. If we can. Okay, clearly can't go that way. Oh, wait, never mind.
Countered.
Take one each. Just reduces the amount of damage that we take.
Countered.
Try and stack them together. If we can.
Countered.
I'm not going to. No. But if you stand back, if you're ranged, you won't take as much damage during that phase.
Countered. Adrenaline rush. Countered.
Stay away for the breath. Symbol of hope from Omega.
Symbol of hope.
Somebody AoE stun them.
Adrenaline rush.
Thank you.
Countered.
Move out the swirl.
Countered.
Go for the big guy first.
Countered.
He's the one with the purple marker on him.
Countered. Countered. Adrenaline rush.
If it's spinning about, stay away
Counter.
from it. It will do damage to you. So it's spinning about, stay away from it.
Countered. Countered. Adrenaline rush.
Come through it, nog, so that you're at the far side of it, turn that away for everyone. Move out the cone. Outwards.
Adrenaline rush. Countered.
It's not in the message of the day, Omega. Yeah. Can we start kicking the two ads?
Countered. Countered.
No, put protection onto Dadalord. Right, we've got to line of sight these back. So everyone in behind the corner. Tuck yourselves in.
Adrenaline rush. Countered.
Who's standing out at the back because you're causing the other one to stay out?
Countered.
Right, Nog, if we just go to the far side there, onto the side.
Countered.
Dad Lord, symbol of hope, please.
Symbol of hope. Countered.
I've got nowhere to stop these, so stun them.
Imprison.
Right, we'll stop just at the blocks. Everyone grab cookies from Zinnia. Remember, we will have Omega calling out when people need to potentially use them. She'll shout your name and to use a cookie. So make sure they're on your action bars. It takes a bit of pressure off the healers. Whenever you've taken a lot of damage rather than them trying to heal you all the way up, it means that you get a free burst of health. There's also a really good add-on. This is not a required add-on, but it's a recommended one. It's called Hellstone Macro something. Forget the full name of it. Hellstone Auto Macro. And what it will do is it will create a single macro that will allow you to have Hellstones, healing potions, and any other heal kind of potion macros in one button. It's a really good tool. If anybody wants to know about it more, speak to myself or Bragg or Zinir after the raid. Or Nog actually as well, because I'm pretty sure you've got it as well, mate. Right then, time for... Did somebody put down food? Well, we might as well eat it since it's there. There's a feast just in front of me. Thank you to whoever put it down. As a kind of rule of thumb though, feasts and stuff are normally provided by the guild, and we ask that only the person that's nominated to put them down puts them down. That way we don't accidentally waste stuff. If you want to help contribute to the guild things, put materials, reagents into the bank. As you start to get promoted, you'll get access to more stuff. That includes free enchants and all the rest of the bits and bobs. Right then, Nog done his raid announcements, now time for mines. I want to just make sure that I've got the right fight. So I'm just changing my talents. Gibby, you'll be bloodlusting, provided you're not dead. That means Bragg, you're back up. Which means it. Yep. And make sure that your weak aura reads in guild group -pass before clicking that you're ready. Don't just click ready because you see things popping up. It's for you to make sure that you click all those little buttons in front of you when you have got all the materials. Same as last night though, we're not too bored about having everything in place. This is about getting to know the fights and getting to enjoy the raid before Christmas. Happy days. That's everyone. Same as before. However, this kind of reminds me of Skolex tanks. We're going to go to the far side. And we will tank it from the opposite side. And that means that DPS are on the back of it. So me and Nog, we're going to go to the far side. I'm going to put a marker out to where we're going to stand roughly. We'll go just to that point there. And general rule of thumb, if everyone else sort of stands in around that yellow marker for the start of it, we'll see what happens and then we'll work out and adjust for there. Remember, the pull timer is not for you to pull, it's for us to go in. It's only to preempt what's happening. So first pull of it, long pull timer, gets us ready.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Right, let's go for it.
Adrenaline rush.
We'll just sort of spread slightly, mate. Right, I'm going to make sure that's an assumption to soak. And it's going to have to be group soaked, because it's a very similar mechanic to anything else. Tank swapped. So I've used my first cooldown. So this is where we're going to have to use the ability to use Symbol of Hope. So Daedalord, Symbol of Hope, because the tanks are on cooldown.
Symbol of Hope.
Watch your step.
Cool. Was there a couple of folk get hit there?
Defensive.
I've got no defensives. Right, and we can wipe. We've seen a couple of the mechanics. We've got a bit of an idea what's going on. So everyone's standing swirlies and get hit by it. And only a mega release, and you get the long haul run back. It does. No, it puts a debuff on us. So that's when to use Argent, Dawn and Kings. Sorry, Defender and Kings. Which is why we need Symbol of Hope. Is there a range for Symbol of Hope actually? What's the tooltip for Symbol of Hope? 40 yards, right. So we might need to get you a little bit closer to us, because I don't think it reset my defensives. Yep. I mean, that's a standard thing that you get is the beam. Look, MD done season 2 SOD, the beam from the eye of the jailer was very similar to that, and you just swapped it backwards and forwards. Thinking back to, please don't jump into my raid without first asking. Kindly fuck off. Yeah, so the big swirly looks very much like the one that we had again from a lot of the previous seasons that you need to soak, and it needs to be group soaked. So Kel'Thuzad KT fight was very much a similar sort of idea, because you need so many people to soak the damage. More people soaking it, the more it spreads the damage. I don't know if he's got a debuff though, which would be interesting. All right. Yeah, it reminds me of the KT Frozen one that you had to soak. Yep. Do you know what I'm going to do is I'm going to run live logging in the background. So I know I've just stopped mid-run there, but a really good way to be able to do this is live log reports and using Warcraft logs, and then look at like so Whitefest to see what's actually causing the damage. Oh, I see Omega. I'm not on your corpse, I'm not dead. So for future runs, we'll get both priests to release to run back just to speed this process up in the event that one goes and disconnects or something. Yeah. Right, I'll res Dadalord in a second. Once I get him up, he'll get the resties up. Just make sure that you stand back towards the entrance. Don't worry about putting food down. Like I said, this is very much a trial by error. We work out the mechanics, we find things out, and we dissect the fights and come up with a plan how we're going to deal with it. Where is Dadalord? There he is. Dadalord, when you res everyone, just kind of go slightly further back. So just stand back a bit. You might not get Nog, but I'll go grab him. Oh, you get him. Happy days. Right, so whilst that's happening, let me look at the log. So, big spikes of damage, mechanics, Whitefest. If MD's got my stream open on Twitch, you'll see what I'm actually looking at, and I'll give you an idea what we're looking towards. So ignore for the first two deaths. Deaths to the Rock of Blast, 2 people. The Rock of Blast. Okay. Yeah, it's a big swirl. Well done to Rib, Matty and Dadlord using cookies and health pots. Combat potion, Matty. Again, you don't need to worry about using them. Tanks, yes, so that beam does oh right, so they're wanting to put the beam through the pillars. The beam smashes the pillars down. Okay. It looks a bit like the last one phase. Castle Netharia. It's the last boss topside. Castle Netharia. The platform gets split into quadrants. So Nog, we need to actually stay with the group. everyone else needs to move out that beam. Yep. And right, so the pillars are spawned by the people that had the little markers above their head. So we want those people to stand in a straight line, one behind the other, so that the tank can then smash the pillars. Yep. And the big swirly is a group soak. So, yep. Group soak, the swirly, put the pillars in a straight line, which is the folk with the marker above their head, and then the tanks will stand in front of it in order to smash through them. That sort of looks like the major mechanic so far. Yeah, so let's... Yeah. So, tanks will go left and right of each other. Oh, look, Bogdan's left the guild. What a shame. Fucking pain in the arse anyway. So yeah, it's the two of us will stand left and right each other, and we will group soak behind us. So the first group soak, and bear in mind this will move, will be along the yellow marker. The first lot of stacks will go on behind Nog in one straight line, so that's the red marker. And then we'll move and adjust for there. We'll move around the boss probably counterclockwise. So Nog, once you clear your pillars and I've taunted and we're swapped over, peel off behind me and come round to my right side. So we'll keep moving around the room by leapfrogging each other. No, it's just literally like sort of the distance we are apart right now. Like if you just literally leapfrog the same sort of space. I'll call it what one to stand behind, so it'll be the active tank. So it will constantly go back and forward. So first soak, or the first swirly, we want to stack it in the yellow, and then it'll just sort of move between the tanks as we move around the room. So big circle goes between the two tanks, but slightly further back from us so that we don't get hit. And also the three people that get marked up with a debuff goes behind the person that is active tank, and I'll call it out who you need to go and stand behind. So it'll either be stack behind Skull or stack behind the red. Cool then. Quick pull time up, because we're just going to go for it. Nog, if you just pull left of it.
2, 1. Adrenaline rush.
So on a yellow marker with a big swirly, the people that's got the other marks go and stand behind Nog. Don't run off to the fucking side. Omega, you've just totally screwed that one.
Defensive.
Because I need to get rid of that.
Watch your step.
So big swirly to the back. Move out of Nog's way. Stack together, everyone else behind Nog. It's meant to... I'm going to have to move these
Watch your
markers.
step.
Move out the way the beam.
Adrenaline rush.
Watch your step.
Move out the swirl.
Defensive. Special coming.
Move to the right. I did say we're always got to go counterclockwise. So behind me. So the ones with
Watch your
the
step.
spikes don't go into the big swirl because you can't take the same amount of
Defensive.
damage.
Watch your step.
Adrenaline rush.
Why is that not combat resinue? Yeah, it needs to be
Watch
further
your
back,
step.
and the folk that's got the spikes on them don't stand in the swirl. So the people with the triangle above their head don't go into the swirl, and the person with the swirl moves back, and if you're not one of those two, go and help soak the swirl.
Watch your step.
Yeah.
Taunt boss.
Don't release MD. Nog if you just bring back one of the healers. Thank you. Right. Now this is predicted areas that we will move to for the soaks to get dropped off. Yeah. And I'm assuming. Yeah. Yep. Right, that's roughly where we want the soaks to go. So that's the first part. So, if you are the person with the big swirly around you, regardless if you're melee or a range, go and stand in the yellow marker area. If you're the person that's got a triangle above your head, or an inverted triangle, which is a kind of golden yellow colour, you need to stand behind the tank. And I will try and call out which tank's current active tank. But you can sort of tell yourself by looking at the boss. If it's slightly angled towards the red marker, he's the active tank. If it's slightly angled towards the skull, I'm the active tank. And that's the one that you want to run behind. So just take a few seconds and move. Nice straight line, and then we can get rid of the pillars. And then we'll all relocate, and we're going from the yellow round towards the blue. Yeah, the swirly does have to be soaked, but it can only be soaked by those that have not got the marker to drop the pillars. So the swirly comes to the back, and everyone else that's not part of the mechanic helps soak it. So the tanks can't move, because we can't do anything. Plus, 3 people are going to have the spikes on them. So that's 5. That leaves 5 people to soak the big swirly. I would probably recommend that healers sort of stay on that yellow marker area unless you're having to move with a spike. Also, you probably want to coordinate between yous who's going to use your major cooldowns on that swirl. What he's doing, desperate pair. Right, okay. Okay. Right, so also for those that are in the soak phase, you've got personal mitigation that you can use. Help reduce the damage. Use your mitigation spells. You are going to receive a whisper in a second. These are what are classed as personal mitigation for you. If you're unaware what they are, this should give you an idea. So that's you been sent yours. That one for you. Some of them might not work intentionally as a full mitigation. I don't need to. So those are sort of spells that help you to mitigate damage. So when you're in that big swirly, make sure you use it so that you don't take as much damage, and it makes it easier for the healers to push through it. Right then. No, you're good. So if you go to my left. So remember, you want to be kind of close to the yellow marker to help with the soak phase. If you get the inverted golden kind of triangle with a small circle around you, you're going behind the active tank. Look to see what way the boss is facing. It'll give you a good idea.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Adrenaline rush.
So big behind me.
Watch your step.
Right. Close. Nog, move around a wee bit.
Defensive.
There we go. So Matty, don't stand in the beam.
Watch your step.
Move out of that. Stay out the swirls. Stay out the beam. Why is there a pillar at the back? Behind Nog for the pillars.
Watch your step. Defensive.
I'll do this one.
Watch your step. Taunt boss.
Combat rises.
Adrenaline rush.
Special coming.
Everyone right? Omega, why did you go left? Yeah. Need to go further back with that swirl.
Watch your step. Defensive. Watch your step.
Dee.
Defensive.
I've got no defensives. Hope.
Symbol of hope.
Target you.
Move to the back. And behind me.
Watch your step. Defensive.
I ran out of cooldowns.
Watch your step.
3 minutes. This is probably a bloodlust on pool fight as well. I don't think there's got to be anything outside of this unless it gets to like 20% and it does something
Taunt boss.
remarkable. I think this is a DPS race. Right, if we wipe it, we can reset it.
Special coming.
Yeah. Yeah.
Watch your step.
Yeah. So the swirly needs to go on those markers. And I'll redo the markers because it is clearly a quarter. Yeah. Yeah, it stuns us. Dadlord, you need to release and run back as well. Getting the habit of both priests running back just now. We're getting there. We're getting at a few of the mechanics as we go through it. So the first lot of pillars will go behind myself, so that's to the right. And it should hopefully sort of swap backwards and forwards, so it'll be right, then left, then right, then left as we kind of go around the room. The big swirly needs to be moved to the back, and if you're not one of the ones stacking behind a tank, you need to get inside that swirl to help with the absorption. Yeah, melees need to get ready to move out. I'll be inbound, I think. I mean, if you just stop there before you get too close to the boss. I'm assuming it's DBM that's putting markers on you guys. DBM. Yeah. Gibby, you get a table just so it speeds up and folk can eat. So everyone pick up some food from the table. That way when you die, you can eat some mana buns. And it means then that healers aren't getting so stressed about having to heal every day at once. Make sure you grab some fresh cookies. You probably want it from about this point here. So from about here as far as it'll go across towards the blue. Maybe just slightly left of the blue.
Gateway.
Yeah, that should about do it. We can always rebalance it if we need to. And then it'll be a relocation from just from the blue towards the purple on the next one. I'm just going to move this marker slightly further back. I reckon it's about there. And the purple, that's roughly 180 degrees. Mage buff.
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1.
And there's Matty dead.
Adrenaline rush.
Swirlo.
Watch your step.
I guess nobody's soaking then. Let's wipe.
Defensive.
Yeah. And
Watch your step.
also, Dadlord, you need to go further back with it. Look, there's a big marker for you to stand on with it.
Taunt boss.
Fucking rogues. Fucking invis. Yeah. So in terms of raid-wide buffs that we don't have the Druid, Mark of the Wild, or the Evoker. One Monk. I've got a Warlock for summoning gates and cookies. We've got a DH for Chaos Brand. So remember, we want the pillars stacked behind the right-hand tank the first time. We don't want them in a straight line going across the platform. So behind the right-hand tank for the first one, and then up onto the left tank. Does that ask you to tank swap straight away, Nog? Or is there... No, I mean on the first soak, or is it after like, the second beam? Because I've got a feeling that it's 2 beams that you take. I know it does tell you to swap. Yeah. So avoid that. Group soak. Dodge. Dodge. Group soak. Group the pillars. I think it's every 2. I think you take 2 hits. Because it's got... 2-second cast. Beam on the tank, destroying the pillar hits. Players hit by this get a stackable 40% damage for 45 seconds. Tank swap. It probably should be every one then. Like there is times that we could take two, but in terms of item level and gearing, every time that beam comes out, we probably want to swap it. It makes the counts easier as well. So it'll be right, left, right, left. Sorry, can I get res again? I was reading.
Gateway.
Right. Let's see then. Make sure you've all got cookies. Remember that the first soak, regardless of whether your DPS is melee or your range, you're going to have to come and soak. If you're not part of the soak, you're going behind the right tank, which is the one with the skull on the first one. After that will be the left. Try and keep up with what way the beams are going so that we don't need to keep calling it out. Priest buff.
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Bloodlust.
Adrenaline rush. Darkness.
Swirl all the way back. Fucking move out. Or don't stand with us.
Watch your step.
That kind of screwed us up.
Defensive.
The folk that was meant to move as well.
Watch your step.
So the next set's going behind me. Swirl to the back. Those that's got the going behind me. Don't stand on top of each
Watch
other.
your step. Defensive.
Swap. Yeah, take
Watch
two
your
steps to your
step.
right after they come out of this.
Adrenaline rush.
I'll do it.
Special coming.
What killed me on that one? I'll find out in a second. So if you wipe it. Just going to stand in the brown swirly shit.
Watch your step.
And everyone release after, so wipe completely, because we need to go back to the beginning to get repairs. Remember, we're going to the right hand side. Yeah, I know, but it's easier if we just get everyone to release whenever I know that there's a repair vendor already there. Means we can keep the repair vendor for when they're a bit deeper into fights. I mean, somebody's going to have to release to run back anyway and res you, so. Gibby, don't use blink just now. I'm on follow. I just want to look at that log report from the last fight. Was that pool 5? So there's a big swirly that spawns at the boss that you just need to get out of. Matty, on the last one you get hit by it. There always needs to be somebody within melee range. MD, just anyone needs to be within melee range at all times of the boss. So when we're moving round, we need to make sure that somebody stays in range of them. So soaks. First soak had Gibby, Dada and Elthidor in it. Didn't soak was Matty, Bragg, me, Nog, Omega, Rib and Zania. Second soak. Yeah. I'm only saying like, who wasn't included in it. I'm not asking who had spikes and who didn't. Like, you don't need to get defensive. Next one was Omega, Rib and Zania. Next one only had Dada and Zania in it. So there's definitely a lot of room for improvement in that. Right, let's grab some cookies. So the first soak is behind the skull for the individual pillars. The group soak, which is the big swirly, is on the yellow marker. That includes melee classes having to move back quickly, react to the mechanics, watch what's happening around you. Priest buff again.
Five, four, three, two, one. Adrenaline rush.
Group soak at the back. Everyone else behind me that's needing to be the pillars. Don't be right on top, mate.
Defensive.
What happened to Omega?
Watch your step.
Who was in it with you? Four pillars. 4, 5, 6. Is it behind the other tank?
Watch your step.
Just
Watch
wipe
your
it.
step.
Omega, don't take that.
Defensive. Taunt boss.
Yeah, just fucking hit me. So that's the AoE damage, you get that pulse if there's nobody within melee range. Right, you can take the combat res. Yeah. Yeah. So even though we say put the pillars behind the active tank, don't be right on top of them. Look, you've got the full length of that line, to be honest. As long as you're on that line, so that we can clear the pillars, it'll work. Yeah. So pull 6. Soaks. Wait till I find it. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, so there should be 4 people soaking. So there's 4 pillars are coming out. So that's 4 players. Take out your 2 tanks. That's 6. 1 person gets the big swirly on them. That leaves 3 other people to go in to do the soak. Somebody's not moving out to do the soaks. There might actually be another way to do this. Dadlord, did you get that res? So, yeah, so I've already kind of thought this out. I think I know what you're going to say. So those that get the pillar spike on the first attempt comes behind the right tank. The person that's got the big swirly for the soak goes to the left tank. If you're not part of the right team, you go to the left team. So rights go to on the first one, and then it needs to swap. So pillars behind the active tank, big swirly, group soak on the non-active tank. Yep. Everyone quite happy with that? Like I said, we play about with mechanics till we find a way that works for us. Mage buff. Make sure you've all got cookies.
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Nog, if you just move it around a little bit more
Adrenaline rush.
to your left. So group soak on the left. Who the fuck ran out with it?
Watch your step.
Oh, goes Omega. Wasn't listening.
Taunt boss. Watch your step. Defensive.
No, you need to take it off me. So group soak to my side, pillars to the left.
Watch your
There's
step.
somebody with a pillar in the middle of all that. Just angle yourself round a bit, mate. I'd try not use Divine Shield.
Watch your step.
No, I was going to taunt it, but...
Taunt boss.
Right, if we wipe it, we can re-go. Somebody use a combat res on Omega before it finishes. Omega, you quite happy with where you need to go from now on? The reason they're out still is more to do with Xenir's gates. Because it still divides the room up into the quarters. I wonder if it needs to be done into quarters though. I wonder if we can actually have it. No, it will.
Gateway.
Right, we'll do one more attempt and that'll take us on to the hour. Then we'll stop for a quick refreshment break. All good with that? Might eat some food. You've got it in your bag and you should do it. You should have mage food so that it gets your health up quicker. Look. Cool. Warrior buff. What's that? Spread a little bit more after. So the big radius thing, you just need to move out it, so it's not so much that... Because if we move too much, it creates a lot of movement for everyone else. But all you need to do is strafe left and right out of the big radius effect, which is the big circle. Look, we need to move out it as well.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Adrenaline rush.
Swirl on the left, pillars on the right.
Watch your step. Defensive.
Oh, we've lost a priest. Swap.
Watch your step.
Pillars are going to the left this time, big swirly on the right. Pillars left, swirly right. Pillars left, swirly right. Look,
Watch
fucking
your
hell.
step. Watch your step. Defensive.
I've got no defences. Thanks, Swap.
Adrenaline rush. Symbol of hope.
Special coming.
I'm going to the right.
Target you.
There only is one
Watch
tank,
your
so
step. Defensive. Watch your step.
right. If we just wipe it. And if one of the healers can run back and reses, wait to take the res, and then we'll take a break. Pull 8. So the first one had 4 people in it. I want to see a replay of that. So on the first set of pillars, Rib, Bragg, Omega and Gibby all had pillars. Zinir had the swirl. So Zinir, you probably need to be a bit closer to being in melee range, because when I'm looking back at this, I can see you're quite far back, which is taking you a while to get out. Yeah. So, right, I just have a look. So, Omega, you're a bit close behind me. You need to stand back a bit to drop your pillar. Bragg's over. Where's Rib? You're on your way. And Gibby, you just make it in. Dadalord, you need to help the Soak team. You didn't come in to help Soak. So I'm going to show you, I'm going to stream this on here as well. Log reporting is a great tool. So everyone quickly have a look at this. I'll quickly show you what's going on and what we're failing to achieve, and then we'll stop for a break. So if you can all click onto the stream on Discord. One more person. Who are we waiting on? I'm guessing he's AFK then. Right, let's go for a break just now then. Just sorting out some admin there in the background. Would somebody decide to rage quit the guild because he get moved out of the raiding channel partway through us in the middle of doing a fight? Yeah, he's always been banned from the guild. He's get fucked off out. we have another 2 minutes before we finish off our break. To see who's in online. I did see Team Express, but they're leveling alts right now. Frankenstein's leveling up as well. I thought Dice would have been here tonight. Riv. I see he's online. Let's whisper him. Draven's about as well. Where'd they go? Where'd they go? See if they get back to us. There is a shop list thing. It's got it all in it. I know I'm most on Discord and people's probably wondering who the fuck you're talking to, but yeah, there is in the shop list spreadsheet.
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Marty, Gibby, Daddy Lord, are you with us? Cool. Ready to check to see who was back. Right, happy days. Right, if we have a look at the stream on Discord, I'll show you how this mechanic's kind of looking, and this is when I'm going to start picking on people. So one person still to have a look over. I've got Omega, got Zanier, got Rib. There we go. Right, so this is from the last fight. This is a live log of a replay of the fight. Blue bar at the bottom is when we bloodlisted, and you can see it runs all the way up to there. Currently, we are at the first mechanic, 9 seconds in. You can see this little icon down the bottom. That's those that are about to have the spikes on them, and who's got the big swirly. So Zanier's currently over here. She's about to move to that location, or be as close to it as she can. As we previously mentioned, a bit closer, because at the start it's a bit far out. It's a lot of movement to be able to get to. Same way those with the spikes as well. There seems to be a bit of confusion. Rib, you're still loitering at this side. Gibby is on that side as well. At the beginning of that, you do make it across though. So we did get the first set of spikes relatively close to this area. Remember, try and use a bit of your mitigation during that point as well. As for the swirl, if I just go back slightly, it's probably not quite as far over as we'd liked it, and by the looks at Dad Lord, you could have been doing me coming in as well. But bearing in mind that the objective was to get it over this area. So that's the first one. We then move on to the next one. There's a constant debuff that you have. A bit of damage. And that's where you've died. So that's probably because the soak on it. Let's keep going a little bit further. There's the next set of spikes been put out. So we've got Matty, Zanir, Elthidor and Gibby. Now this time they should be coming to the left. And the swirl, which is not currently up on this one. So he's a bit far towards the centre. Remember, you want to kind of put yourself on that line behind the tank. So who do we not have? Matty's there. Gibby, you look a bit kind of far out as well. Look, try and kind of keep it so that it's in a linear path. In fact, the swirl, even though it doesn't show, it did. It was on Dazzlord. And you're away at the back by this point. So again, Dazzlord, you should have been closer for the swirl to stack in on us. He's all seeing the movement side of it and where the debuffs are going. So the first one, the folk with the pillar want to be behind the tank to the right. The swirl goes to the tank on the left. We then swap tanks so that we swap out the debuff on us, and the same thing happens. Pillars go to the left, the swirl will go to the right. We just swap it backwards and forwards. And that's all we need to keep doing for this fight. Oh, who do we lose?
Gateway.
Hang on. Riv just messaged me. He might join the channel. He's got to listen to the next pull that we do, if he is coming. Yes, go for it, mate. Yeah. Stack on another tank, so that we're absorbing as many people, so it means that instead of being only 4 people, it's 5 people. It's half the raid group that's then soaking it, because 4 people have got spikes and there's the active tank who's eliminated because they're having to do the other mechanic. The other half of the raid is dealing with the swirl. The more people that use it, the more that they'll absorb. Yep. I'll tell you what, we'll take the markers off the ground. Yeah, no worries, mate. Whatever way the boss is facing is sort of the active tank. So if the boss is facing towards the right slightly, it's me. If it's facing towards the left slightly, it's Nog. Yeah. Can we get a summon port up just so we can get Riv out? And Draven's got to come along as well. Right, we're just waiting for.
Razio, while we're waiting on stuff, can you make sure you're
Right, so he's wanting us to call out the markers. We'll change. I can't use that because DBM is using them. So probably the easiest way to call it will be stack left for the big swirly. If you don't hear stack left, it means you're on the right side. And brag, yeah, I did. I'll get to it at the end. Line left, line right. Actually, it's probably better not using the stack one because I don't think there's always a stack, but there's always a line. So line right for the pillars. If you're not on the line team, you're on the stack team, which means you go to the left. So line right will be the call out for the folk with the pillars, which is the inverted triangle above you. So you form a straight line behind the right tank, meaning that everyone else goes to the left tank to help soak. So line right will be the first one, then it'll be line left, and it'll swap backwards and forwards. I'm just waiting for Nog to get back. We're still waiting on him. We'll give it a quick practice. Because I'll be able to take a couple of them anyway. Might as well get used to it. Buffs, please. Mage, warrior. In terms of using consumables, we did state at the beginning we weren't really bothered if folk use them. I do see folk is use them. It's nice to see them. The one thing that I will say though is the likes of the Vantis runes. That's something that we would decide as a raid when we're going to use them on specific bosses, so that we all use it on the same boss and gain the most ability from it. So Vantis runes tend to be used on bosses that we're stuck on, and it's down to the raid leader to decide which boss we're stuck on. Just so you're aware for the future. Right then, we're going for it.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
So the first one will be line right.
Adrenaline rush.
So line right, swirly to the left.
Watch your step.
Oh well, there goes the swirly. Who had it on them?
Defensive.
Because he was trying to
Watch
soak
your
it with him.
step.
So line left for the next one. Line left, swirl right. Look, fucking hell, come on.
Watch your step. Watch your step. Defensive.
Adrenaline rush.
Special coming.
Move right, everyone right. No, move to your left a bit.
Watch your step. Taunt boss. Watch your step.
Just wipe it and I can look at that log. So healers make the run back. Yeah. So that was pool 9. Let's have a look at the replay. So the person that gets the big swirly gets it first. Again, a lot of range players, these are still quite far back for the movement. So, Raz, you didn't move with the swirl to do the soak. You need to go behind the left tank on the first one. And that's why Gibby died, because you were the only one in range of the soak. Sorry, actually, so was Rib. So Rib ran all the way out, which is good. Matty, you didn't move out to go and help soak. Granted, it should have been forward, but still. Omega, why do you have a moon on you, do you know? Yeah, please don't. Look, markers are put out for reasons. Yeah, but the markers actually are assigned by DBM, and I've used ones that are not used so that I can track things. So the people that need to stack behind the tank, you will automatically get icons put onto you by DBM. So if you've got a marker on you, 1, 2, 3, 4, and it's up to 5 people now because we've increased the number in the raid, so it'll be between 4 and 5 people. If you get a marker put on you, you need to go behind the active tank. Matty, you with us? Alright. Alright. Drop in for this run. Is everybody kind of getting where we need to be with things in terms of if you get a marker on you, you go behind the right tank first. If you get a marker on you the second time, you go behind the left tank. If you don't have a marker on you, you see other people with markers, go to the opposite tank. And if you get the big swirly, definitely come to the opposite tank to help soak it. Range players maybe come a bit closer just so that you haven't got so much travel room. No. Look, where you can see, I'll put a quick blue marker on it. Because me and Nog, I'll put markers where we're going to be actually, that's probably a better idea. So Nog's going to be positioned on his left hip, or his right hip, and I'll be on his left hip, so that's where we're going. Meaning that the rest of yous are sort of in and around that area. So that you can react quickly to whatever mechanic you need. Mage buff.
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Bloodlust.
Adrenaline rush.
Team right, team left.
Watch your step.
Oh, that's good.
Defensive.
Stay out the beam.
Watch your step.
Out the swirl. Spread out from the other swirls. Left, line, swirl, right.
Watch your step.
No, you'll need to come in a bit to try and get the other ones.
Adrenaline rush. Divine shield.
Right, we want to move round a little bit. No, go to your left a bit because I want to try and catch these ones in my one.
Defensive.
There we go. Symbol of hope.
Symbol of hope. Symbol of hope.
Oh, only did one.
Special coming.
Move right. Swap.
Watch Watch your step. Defensive.
I've got no defensives. Yeah, you've used Divine
Watch your
Shield and
step.
dropped aggro. That's what's happening on that. What was it?
Adrenaline rush.
Taunt boss.
Combat res me. Line right.
Watch your step.
I did taunt him off you, but it didn't come.
Taunt boss. Watch your step. Defensive. Special coming.
It's the opening mechanic that's kind of screwing it over. People not going to the correct sides. Look, I can't make this any easier on pillars go right, swirly goes left.
Watch your step.
Adrenaline rush.
It just needs to be group soaked, and it's easier to do it on a tank. No, the swirl, as long as it goes on the off tank, because he's not taking active damage at that point, it should be okay. The more people that soak it, the more it balances out the shit that it gets passed out from it. It's a big swirly, it's like a golden yellow swirl. No, it's the swirl itself, so you need to be in for the swirl so that when it slaps the brown shit on the ground, you've absorbed the damage across as many players as you can. Yeah. So on that pool, wait to see, that was pool number 10. So most of the time we are swapping backwards and forwards with the stacks. Stood in the line. What one, sorry? That one? That's the line. So you drop the rocks and then move out it. If you're meaning me, then no, because I'm looking at something. So the first soak had 4 folk in it. The next soak had most of the entire raid in it. So the first one didn't even make it over to the tank. The second one was on the wrong side because we were putting it on that side. And for some reason it keeps getting put to the left every time by the looks at it. So the first one would have went towards Nog, but didn't make it to him. Second one was put on his side. Third one was put on his side. Fourth one was put on his side. Yep. Yep. So it means that people are running to the wrong side, just not looking at the mechanic.
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Adrenaline rush.
Line right, swirl left. It's not a difficult concept.
Watch your step. Defensive.
So the line will now go to the left, the swirl to the right.
Watch your step.
Move out that swirl. Then there'll be lots of little swirls that follow on behind it. In fact, it'll be line right because I've had to swap. So line right, swirl left. Swirl left, line right. Why the f are you running over there?
Watch your step. Defensive.
Stay at the beam.
Adrenaline rush.
Tank swap.
Watch your step.
Omega, symbol of hope.
Symbol of hope.
So if it comes up, it's line left. Yeah. Line right.
Special coming.
Move round. Tank swap. Line left.
Watch your step. Defensive.
Adrenaline rush.
It's that
Watch your
damage
step.
debuff that we're getting. That's becoming the real issue just now.
Taunt boss.
Right, if we wipe and everyone release, because there's 14 to repair. So everyone release. Make sure you all repair before you run back. Gibby, I'm going back on follow to you. Pull 11. So soaks are getting done by about half the group, which is what we're expecting. I wonder if that's the issue. You always could. So you would normally use a healing potion first, then a cookie followed by a second healing potion. No, never with Hellstones. Right. Nog, I think we need to swap after the second beam. Because the spikes come out on the first and third. And there's a debuff that happens during the first and third. So when there's the spikes get destroyed, you get a debuff. That's the thing that's then stacking on us. Also, don't be close to the pillars whenever they smash, because you will take a debuff from it. Yep. So the first spikes will go to the right. There'll be nothing on the second beam that's about to come out. Meaning in the before the third beam, the next set of spikes will go on the left. This will then balance it out so that I don't keep getting the same debuff stacking constantly. So we take two beams and the spikes get moved left and right. Everyone happy with that? So big swirl goes left, spikes to the right. Rib, are you with us? Yep, happy days.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Adrenaline rush.
Spikes right. There's somebody with a spike away to the left.
Watch your step. Taunt boss.
I've got this one. So DBM has got the
Watch
call
your
out for us
step.
to swap. Why did you end up with the aggro again? You need to go where you want, because I'm looking at something.
Watch your step. Defensive. Watch your step.
You will naturally take a lot of damage, and you mitigate over it. Thanks.
Gateway.
I don't know if they actually do anything out with it. That. I mean, we can try not destroying them. I mean, we could try just throwing the spikes to the back of the room and see what happens. We'll give it a bash then. So if you get the spikes on, you just run to the back centre. Don't stand in line of the tanks, because when we tank swap, it means then that it won't destroy them. Damage. Okay, there you go. There's the answer. Oh, excuse me.
Gateway.
It's probably raid wide. Sorry, there's something I need to track. Oh, something I want to track. What the point?
Taunted.
Right then. Major buff. So first pillars go right, swirl goes left.
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Adrenaline rush.
Swirl left, spikes right. Why is the big swirl just come over to me? Holy fuck. Seriously.
Defensive.
Taunted.
Watch your step.
Did DBM call for you to taunt there? Okay. Try and get that last pillar. And yeah, no, I'm not calling it.
Adrenaline rush.
So that didn't call for me to taunt, which is
Watch your
interesting.
step.
Yeah.
Defensive.
Yeah, that's because I've got.
Special coming.
I think I know why. And I think I know how we can spread the damage of this. I've just worked something out.
Watch your step. Taunt boss.
So we get the stacking debuff on that. And that's why we take a lot of damage. But if we're swapping... So pillars only come out every third time on the beam. If we split the pillars to 2 either side, it means then it would only destroy 2 pillars at a time. Meaning that we wouldn't take so much damage. Yes, so you get a debuff when the pillars are destroyed if you're close to them. And I think actually potentially everyone does. So the more that those pillars get destroyed, the more that we take them.
Might explain where there are some where we get the line where pillars come out, some where we get the line without the pillars. That would explain.
Yeah. So it would make more sense that because it is split between every second beam, you'd put 2 pillars on one side and 2 on the other with the tanks, so that when we swap after each line, we destroy 2 pillars each. Because I would have had 3 debuffs, which is why it told Nog to taunt off me. So if we do it as 2 on each side, now this makes it slightly harder, but at the same time it's not too bad because I can quickly look back at a replay and see what DBM puts out as markers. So if you get the yellow and orange marker placed on you, you're going to the right. If you get the green and purple marker, you're going to the left. So yellow being the star, orange being the circle, you're going to the right. Green and purple go to the left behind the left tank. Which means that we put the swirl behind the blue marker on this side. Thanks. And it needs to be further back again. So if you've not got the debuff to go and stand behind a tank, you're soaking in the blue area. Those were the markers for the left and rights. So you end up with 2 and 2.
Gateway.
Move that further back. Is everybody happy with that then? We'll do 2 left, 2 right, soak the big swirl at the back. Yep. Yep. Is everybody quite happy with that one? Look, a bit of verbal communication, guys, so that I know that you can hear me and understand me. Cheers, Gibby. Cheers, Rob. Yep. Star or circle. Star or circle goes to moon. The other 2 goes to the X. Everyone else strokes the big swirly. So if you've not got one of those 2 markers on you, you shouldn't be stood on top of a tank. We will tank swap after each beam nog.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
So, who the fuck's glitching all about the place? You're meant to go to the back with the big swirl.
Watch your step.
Why did somebody else on my side?
Defensive.
Tank swap.
Taunted.
You're now going to have to go between those two pillars, mate. So position yourself round a bit. So you're between the two pillars. Everyone else stay away from the pillars for the next phase when the beam comes out. Oh, you missed one. Okey-doke.
Watch your step.
I'm assuming folk can't see their markers.
Defensive.
Taunted.
You'll need to come right a bit.
Watch your step.
Move yourself back to the left. So that's a one
Special
shot.
coming.
Combat race.
Watch your step.
Right, there's still this issue. Everyone wipe, because I'm going to fucking show you.
Watch your step.
So we'll pull 14. Replay. So there's the first set of markers come out there. I'll bring this over. Yeah, I'm going to put it on. It is on stream on Twitch, but yeah, I'll put it on as well. So there's the first set of markers come out. So Draven, you're on the wrong side. So we only wanted the yellow and orange on my side. Who's all watching, who's not? So if you all have a look over at Discord, look at the stream. What? Who are we waiting on to look at the stream? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There's one person missing. In fact, 2 people missing. I've got Omega, I've got Rib. Dadalord and Rib. Might as well, if you go into Discord, click onto the channel and then click to watch my live stream on here. I know you've probably got Twitch open as well, but if you just look at it on here, it's real time. I'm talking about if you use Discord's stream rather than the Twitch stream. Because it's live. Cheers. It's just it doesn't have the same time delay. Right, so first mechanic, which is the pillars, is going to form from these people. This is the markers. So you've got yellow and orange, which is exactly where I wanted them. Green and purple were meant to be over this side. We've got the purple that side. Draven, you're way off. You're on the wrong side completely. That's the big swirly that needs to be soaked, which is on a rogue, which is away down the very front right now. We need you to come all the way back. We'll play it out, see where it goes. So you were using your mad jumping effect and you were bouncing about, which is why the swirl end up all over the place. This is a debuff that you take, which stacks. So we'll try to even it out so that we're not taking as much damage. This is why we wanted 2 right, 2 left. Here's the next one. I know that we're close to the area of impact by the looks of it as well. Takes more damage. Do. Yeah, it's just the putting folk to the right sides. So the next one. Yeah. So on this one, we should add yellow and orange on my side. So yellow's away at the back, miles out at this point. Orange is sort of in the middle, and Omega, who's again away around that side. So by the time that these drop, so Omega's on the wrong side, Zenir, you're on the wrong side. Raz, you didn't move towards any of them until it was too late. So it's getting like the markers right, like getting the colour of what you are to the correct side. Yellow and orange go right, the other two go left. Swirl goes to the back of the room. Those that aren't involved, help grab the swirl. And there's a swirl every time that there's spikes.
Gateway.
Does anybody get any questions? Yeah. Go behind Nog. Yeah. So yellow star, orange circle comes to me. Green triangle, purple diamond goes to Nog on the left. Big swirl, everyone else goes to it. And there shouldn't be MD doing nothing during those phases. There's essentially 2 soak phases. There's soak for the pillars going to the right and to the left. So you stack yours on one side and the rest of these are soaking the big swirl at the back. So you're either going left or right or middle to the rear. Right. We'll make the assumption everyone can see him because we'll go with the assumption of silence is a conservative yes. Warrior buff, please. I'm assuming I'm not getting a warrior buff. Yeah, it's not on everyone. That's why I asked for it a second time. There we go. It's up now.
Five, four, three, two, one.
Swirl to the back.
Watch your step.
Right, who's got the purple marker? Because you're jumping all about under my feet. And I'm going to make the assumption.
Taunt boss.
Yeah, don't stand in the beam.
Watch your step. Defensive.
Swap.
Taunted.
Can we bring back Dadalord? Nog move left a little bit. What got you? Just
Watch your step.
lack of heals.
Defensive. Watch your step.
Right, if we wipe, quickly get back in, we'll give it another go. We're kind of
Taunt
getting the
boss.
idea. Just people need to pay attention to those markers to get onto the correct sides. Yep. Omega, you're massively over healing. But that would suggest that you're over healing in the wrong areas. We've another couple of goes at it, see how we get on. We've still got to finish at past, so we've still got 15 minutes. See if we can try and kind of get this mechanic sorted a bit. I do potentially think this is going to be the better way for us to be able to do this boss though, as in dividing the pillars left and right. Yeah. Yeah. So the way it's working, because I only backed up on it kind of halfway through, it was you get the spikes, then you get a beam, then you get a second beam, then you get spikes, beam, beam, spikes, beam, beam. So it means that you should be able to split the spikes between two sides. Yeah. Yeah, and the shit that falls on the floor. So you get the big swirly followed by the little swirlies that fall on the floor.
Gateway.
if we had a lot more gear to us, and if the tanks had a lot more health pool, we could do 4 pillars on one side, and same with yous. We could use take a debuff as well from those pillars being shattered. It falls off over time.
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Adrenaline rush.
Left and right.
Watch your step.
Why does it look in my screen like the rogue goes to the wrong
Defensive.
side? Tank swap.
Taunted.
Nog, you'll need to put yourself along those 3.
Watch your step.
Move out the swirl. Make sure you're not on the line that's going to come up in a second.
Defensive.
Tank swap.
Taunted.
Too late. So now we're going to end up with loads of spikes.
Watch your step. Watch your step.
Swipe it.
Taunt boss.
What pool was that designed to know?
I went the wrong side. Reason why I realised I was the wrong colour on my line. Not what colour.
Doo-doo. Hey, DPM. Are you looking at the log? Oh, right. So the one person that I'm spotting going to the wrong side is Ryber. Ryber, can you just confirm that you're actually seeing the markers? Yes, star and circle to my side. So that's the first one. Nog, you also need to be aware of where the pillars have been placed, because you might need to just slightly shuffle out a little bit to smash them. So just before the beam comes out, just do a shoulder check. Sometimes it's just burst damage. We sometimes, I think, pull off of each other. Draven, on the second one, you were on the wrong side. Bragg, you already said about yours. Although Draven, you did try and correct yourself towards the end of it, but you were too late. Where's the warlock? Fire warlock. There we go. So the first soak, Draven, you didn't help soak. And the second one, it looks like you were all kind of trying to get, so Rybor, we're heading out, just maybe need to go back a little bit more next time. I know you will by the end of it. Yep. Can I get a rest, please? So yellow, orange, go right. Any other colours, go left. Swirl towards the rear of the groups.
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Adrenaline rush.
Left and rights.
Watch
Nicely
your
done.
step.
Now we just need to keep this up.
Defensive.
Swap.
Taunted.
Just look at your positioning log to make sure you're going through it. Everyone else stay away from those lines.
Watch your step.
Fucking big swirl. Stay out the line. I'm probably taunting just slightly too early on that.
Watch your step.
Symbol of hope.
Defensive.
Symbol of hope.
Couldn't do that a lot quicker. Swap.
Taunted.
Yeah, a bit late, mate.
Watch your step.
Right, go for it. Thanks. Stay out the beam.
Taunt boss.
We will be moving in a second.
Special coming.
And round we go. Straight line.
Watch your
Make it a
step.
bit easier for us.
Defensive.
Taunted.
We'll come to that in a minute.
Watch your step. Defensive.
I've got no defensives. Again,
Symbol of hope.
yeah, again, I'll cover all this in a second. So we're just going to wipe at this. We're coming up one time anyway. I've got some feedback points for everyone that we'll go through the normal
Watch your
routine.
step.
So wipe it, release it, repair,
Taunt boss.
and then we'll go through debrief. Yes, everyone release. Release, repair, and then just hang about, and we'll go through our usual sort of ender stuff. No, it's to do with the number of people in the group. I know exactly what it is. Right then. So, brings us to the end of the raid. Mythic Pluses are a really good source of gear. We clearly need to get a bit more gear to start progressing into this raid. We are struggling with DPS output. Even if we did manage to deal with the mechanics on this, none of our pulls were actually on time for being able to kill before we would have ran out of space. So we do need a bit more DPS output, which means a bit more gearing. Start doing some mythics. Even if it's just the low level ones, get some gear, try and find your best in slots. I know that we are moving into the Christmas period, and that means that there is no major guild events running after tonight, but there will be the opportunity to do mythics on the nights we would normally do raiding and everything else, but it'll be very much low valor runs to get your valor cap for the week, or to get bits of gear to sort of help improve what you already have. But there's nothing stopping you doing stuff out with the guild events for mythics, or forming your own groups and coming on here and talking to each other. Like it says, performance and stuff does get put onto Discord. I did tag you all last night. Hopefully you went and looked at what the WoW analyzer had to say about your classes and how you can improve in different things, cooldowns, all the rest of it. I'll come back to you a little bit more on specific cooldowns for some of these in a minute. Pug raiding, because it's now the end of the raid week for the guild, yous are free to go and pug raid for the rest of the week to try and get a bit more gear and a bit further into the raid if you wish to do so. If you are going to pug raid, then ask in guild to take people along with you. Do it as a group, get to know the mechanics and enjoy yourselves. Again, you can come on Discord, even if you're doing the pug raiding, come on, chat to each other. As already mentioned, we run a flexible raid attendance. If you're going to be late, that's fine. Be late. Just message me once you finally come on. So, Raziel, this is aimed at you more specifically because I know that you were one of them. But if you're going to be late, I don't mind you being late. What it does affect, though, is your raid attendance and how much you will have access to the bank by the time it comes around. As an example, every pool, wipe and everything, so we've had 21 pools so far, meaning that if you've attended every pool and every wipe, you'll have had 100%. If you've not been on every pool and every wipe, then your percentage is slightly lower. So as an example, Zanir is at 76% because she wasn't here last night, but has had 16 pools because we put a lot of effort into that fight there tonight. Raziel, because you were here last night but were late tonight, you're at 61%, putting you over the threshold for the 50%, meaning that you would get access to the full bank once we've got it up and running in the new year. Does that make sense to everyone how that's going to work? Well, apart from the officers, so like Dadalord, Gibby, Raziel, let's just get how that kind of comes around. Don't be shy. Dadalord? Raziel? Yeah, so Sunday will be a social event. No, sorry. No, Sundays doesn't count at all because it's an optional raid night. It's all part of the raid rules. So it's only the Wednesday and Thursday that count towards the actual raids. The optional raid is exactly that. It's an option. So extra raid night, like I said, it will be on a Sunday if we have it. We're not going to have one this week because we are at the end of our guild major events. We are moving into the Christmas period. People are starting to get ready to go on holiday. Nog. And as much as it'd be nice to keep pushing the raid, we do need to get a bit more gearing. So there'll be the gearing events running casually in the background over the next few weeks. And less final pieces. We're not quite at the point we've got things on farm yet, but once we have got them on farm and we've got them on 4 kills, 1 shot, no wipes, we will look at potentially not doing those bosses in the future. Moving on to the feedback, we'll start at the bottom of Discord and work our way up. Instead of it being about yourselves, we'd like some feedback about the raid as a whole. So we'll start with Omega. So what Omega's referring to is on season 3, the Anduin fight, we went for 100 wipes on the Anduin fight before we finally got it, and we got a mechanic that worked for us. Like I said last night, guides and tutorials that are online are all fair and well, but a lot of them are written for geared groups or higher number of players to be able to sustain what they're suggesting. So look, DBM is trying to say when to tank swap with 2 debuffs. We can't afford to do that just now. We don't have the gear, we don't have the ability to absorb it. So we find a way to be able to work it. And like Mega says, it can be disheartening, wiping, constantly wiping. But the more that we practice it, the more we get it, we will find a really good method. And then in the future, it becomes a farm. It becomes an easy pull. We get the gear, we move on. Good point. Zinir? Cool. Rubber? Just overall on how you felt tonight went. Okay. Raziel? I know you're a bit late in tonight, but... Oh, why do you need to type? I'm dyslexic, I hate fucking reading. Okay, that's a personal thing. Well, yeah. I don't know if Matty's still about. I think he's maybe away. Nog? Gibby. Alright. Eltider. I don't know if he's typing. Draven. Yep. Daddalord. Cool. Has it? I didn't see it. There's Elthidars. Yeah, it's one of those things that I was speaking about this actually earlier this evening, that we do have people that are veteran raiders within the guild and played with the guild since season 2 of the last expansion, and some new players that's new to the guild and new to raiding, and haven't raided before. Teamwork comes with practicing and playing together, and like I say, that includes doing things like keys. And Bragg. Cool. From my perspective of leading it, yeah, it's a bit frustrating. Wiping, having to go back, look over log reports, find out who's going to the wrong places and all the rest of it. I do sometimes come across that I'm getting hacked off. It's not that I'm getting hacked off, it's just more the fact that I like to be able to try and progress, and not all progression works straight away first time. If you are making mistakes and I do call you out for it, I'm not doing it to be a complete and utter cunt. I'm doing it because the only way to improve is by highlighting what's going wrong. Once we get things that are going wrong, it then goes smoother and everyone gets to enjoy, and that includes you guys as well. One of the things that we will need to do for the healers is we need to sit down with yourselves and me and Nog at some point. We have got a spreadsheet that we have pinched from another place, which is going to include the major raid cooldowns, and that includes things like your symbol of hope and stuff, because I did notice that it was on cooldown and we could have been doing with it being used, or it was getting double clipped. But that's again just a coordination thing, and we have got something in place from last year to be able to do that. But just so you know, that that's something that I need healers and Nog, and it'll normally happen on a Sunday when Bragg's doing the social events. We'll look at planning for major cooldowns. Yep. Cool. Do you get any questions before we disband the raid? Alright, cool. Feedback point, mate, of how you felt tonight went before we disappear. Cool. To get that's us 17 pools. By the looks of it, I think there might actually be slightly more, but that's what it's telling me. So if no one's got anything else, if Gibby, you can give us a portal out of this place. If MD's staying to do keys, go up into King's Landing, work out what tanks, healers and that yous have got, and then feel free to use Discord to coordinate yourselves and enjoy it. Right, everyone pile through the portal before I disband the raid and you get trapped in here. Omega, you went through it? Raz, are you through the portal?
Start forming the group now.
Yeah, I'm just going to disband this group. What am I looking for? I am going to grab my dinner, but I don't know if Nog, if you're saying about earlier. To find out what keys people have, you can actually just use the slash command / keys, and details will actually pick up who's got what keys. Yeah, but not everyone's got astral keys, whereas everyone we know has got details. Look at Ribber fucking try hard with his rating of 1130 already. Right, the ones that are going to do keys, you can use Winterville, because then it'll take you out a push to talk channel. For MD still on stream, as you've seen, there's a few of them going off to do some keys. For those that are still hanging around on stream, I don't know, has MD actually got the pet stroke mount rewards? Not mount, fireworks. I forgot all about that. I wonder if it's actually running or if it's not appearing. Do. I'm just gonna look down the bounties. It's not showing. Oh, wait, there it is. Go to participating channels, including Team Liquid, blah de blah de blah. I mean, it's kind of interesting because I did have it enabled, but it's not coming up for some reason. Oh well. I'll leave that running just now. As for myself, I am going to go and get some food because I've not had anything to eat. I've not had my dinner yet. I think that was the last of the armour kits that we had the guild orders for. Get rid of all this junk out my mailbox. You're knitting in them, they're all empty. Report is spam. I'll go and drop this off. Right, that's not a good sign. Quick check at this. This is people that were inactive. Take part in battlegrounds. To check the vault reward to see it. So you need to have done 2 raid bosses to get the vault reward. Or 8 mythic keys. So at some point between now and next week I probably will go and do another raid boss. Just so that I can try and get a nice shiny out of it, or I'll go and do a pile of keys. I was trying to see if I could find something there, but it's not popped up. Quite a bit of guild management before we finish off, which is getting rid of some AFKs. So it hasn't been online in a month. They're level 60, 3 months, level 60. Apparently it is the main, but they've not returned back. It's unlikely that they're going to anytime soon. No, not after 30 days. No, not after 30 days. Last one a month ago. Job done. People say, oh, it's a bit harsh getting rid of people. Whereas, would you rather be in a guild of inactive players or have an active player base? Me, I would rather have an active player base. On that note, I am going to head off. I hope everyone enjoys the rest of their evening. Has that got best pool? So 17 pools on that boss, and our best was 60%. Yeah, it's something. And the fact that we hadn't got to the third phase 50%, that means that we possibly could have if we hadn't had people dying. If we'd have got the mechanics right. I think we have got the mechanic, we just need to now sort of take it for there. More players in this one actually will make it easier. And I know what the issue was that Omega got when she got the moon. It's because for every 5 players, 2 people get the debuff. So 10 players is 4 debuffs. When you go over that, you start getting an extra one. There's an RNG element in it. So Omega, if you're watching the stream, the reason you got the moon is because there's an RNG method of it flexes the number of people in the raid. Ba-ba. Do. I think that's everything. Live logging, I can stop that. Hit done. So the live logging reporting system worked really well tonight. It was very helpful and allowed for a bit of analytical data to get pulled up in the background. I just want to go into the WoW audit to see if I can grab that last report. Just for my own curiosity. It looks like pool 10 was actually one of our better pools. So yeah, definitely pool 10 was a good pool for us. Still nothing on tanks for our final. Let's have a look. Healers. Prayer and Mending's a bit low for Dadalord. I've used the rest of the stuff. Symbol of Hope was used, that's good. Omega, Symbol of Hope was used as well on that one. It's just we need to coordinate the cooldowns, I think, more than anything. Cool. All done and all finished. Don't know why that's not. It's not working for the drop. Yeah. Ah. It's so strange it's only working on certain streams. Anyway, like I said, I'm heading off. Said it a couple of times now. But I will catch you. Am I streaming tomorrow? I don't remember. We'll see how I feel. If not, I will probably be on Sunday to do some keys. Until then, take care and have a good night.